Welcome to the Coach Show. I'm here with head women's basketball coach Charlie Killian. Now, Charlie, aside from basketball, you had a pretty fun week this week. Let's talk about what was going on this week for you.
In reference to the dog?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, well, first of all, it's my wife and I would say more my wife, we breed Newfoundland dogs. And so we usually do 1 litter a year. And what my wife doesn't understand is that when the dog goes to the people that purchase the dog, she thinks that she still owns the dog. So she's constantly talking to them on the phone, emailing them, texting them, and they text back and send pictures and all that stuff.
That's a good gesture, though. I mean,
well, you're talking 70, 80 dogs, you know what I mean, over the years.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but she enjoys it. She puts a lot into it. But what happened was this weekend, I shouldn't say this weekend, on I think it was Monday or Tuesday, I forget which day it was, but one of the dogs actually the lady lives out the street from us, she has 5 Newfoundlands. We only have 3. And one of the 5 got out and they couldn't find the dog. So we spent most of the day driving around rural area trying to find this dog. And finally, typically what happens is, you put on Facebook, everyone's, communicating on Facebook. But usually you get, oh, I saw the dog here, we saw the dog there. For 4, 5, 6 hours, we weren't getting anything. No one saw the dog. Well, here, what it was that the people that saw the dog didn't get home till later in the afternoon, and they were able to say, we did see the dog here. So the dog was really maybe 1/8 of a mile from its home, but it was in an area that it felt comfortable with, and it would come out to try and go home, and then it would get scared and go back to a place that it felt comfortable with. So we were able to finally locate a possibility of where it was, and we got into the wooded area, and we sat there and we listened, and you could hear movement, and then the owner yelled, and then the dog kind of like meandered away. You could see it walk up on the bank about 300 yards away, and then she yelled again, and it recognized the voice. The dog turned, and then big reunion, and the owner was extremely happy. My wife was extremely happy, and I was happy. So all's good.
Man, that's great. Great storybook ending. Glad you guys found it for sure.
And the dog was really happy. And the thing about it is they were concerned because it's winter time. But those dogs are, they can go in ice water, and they're actually bred for that. That they have a layer of their fur where water basically just beads off of them, and the water doesn't get into their body. Their paws are webbed, so they can spend a lot of time in the snow. And if the dog would have been out all night, it would have been fine. It's set for the elements.
Yeah, that's a good thing about it. For sure. All right, now going into basketball, the month of January, you guys have been 8-3. Last week, you guys hit a 3-game winning streak where you guys won by an average of 22 points, which is amazing, by the way. So just talk about the month of January, how you feel like your team has performed so far.
Well, I mean, we talked about the situation we had the first semester with the injuries and stuff, and it took our team some time to realize that, we need to go into different roles, and we're still capable of winning basketball games. And I think we really turned that corner when we played Beaver. From the beginning of the game to the end of the game, the girls just played hard. We had a large deficit at halftime, and we battled back.
Didn't give up.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all you can ask, and is to keep playing and never give up. And from that point on, we pretty much have been a very tough team to play, and I think the girls have gained some confidence from it. We had a little bit of a setback against Lehigh Valley. We played well up until a little before halftime. Lehigh Valley hit 2 threes in a row because we had 2 turnovers that weren't forced by them, but we caused our own turnovers, and we struggled the second half against Lehigh Valley. But after that, the games we played played well. We had definitely an emphasis in playing from the beginning, playing to the end. We did a good job on the defensive end, and our offense still needs to be a little bit more of a consistency. I think we still struggle. We're not as consistent on the offensive end as we are on the defensive end.
Yeah, it's going to come with time, definitely.
yeah, not only, as we work our way, towards the end of the season, we have 7, 8 games left. And what's nice to know is that we control our own destiny.
Yep.
So, I think we have 8 games. I figured if we go 4-4, we're still should be able. We should make the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely.
But I would like to see us, even be 6-2 would be nice out of those last 8.
Now you guys have the 4th best record in the entire conference for the month of January. So just keep building off what you guys did last month.
Right.
So February, you guys are gonna have a dominant month, I believe.
Yeah, and that's hopefully with the matchup. What's also nice is we only have one conference away game. All the rest are home. I'm sorry, 2 conference away games, and then the other 3, 4 are home.
Yep.
So we're excited about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch where you guys end up. Yeah, definitely. Now, before we end Super Bowl, who do you have?
The referees.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Think about it, every game we're talking about the officials, aren't we?
Yeah, at this point,
yeah, it's even on the basketball end of it, you can sit and watch a game and you can complain about this, you can complain about that, but if you are definitely, if you look at it without having who you really want to see win or lose, I think officials have bad calls, kind of like even themselves out, or even with, excuse me, even good calls, if you want to say that.
Yep.
We only remember at the end of the game where the official may have screwed up and made a bad call. You forget about the one in the second half that got them the extra 5 yards. Now they're first down and they were able to score. We don't think about those. Same thing in basketball at the end of the game. We're looking at that foul that should have been called or wasn't called, or we missed the free throws on the foul line. Really, I mean, 49ers. Okay, so you're not asking me who I want to win. You're asking me who do I think would win.
Yeah. Either or.
I think Kansas City has proven it. All year long, we think of going into playoffs. This is what's going to knock off Kansas City because they had for them a mediocre season.
Yeah, regular season.
But I don't know, Mahomes he's able to do it.
Yeah, he gets a job done.
Yeah, he does. And he has a couple weapons. They have a nice defense. So I think Kansas City's going to win, and I really don't care who wins.
Yeah.
But I would think just because of the situation and the coach they have, he does a really good job preparing. He's 2 weeks to prepare. So not to say Shanahan isn't a good coach, but he's always known of getting his team ready for an opponent.
Andy Reid does really good with that.
So Kansas City.
Yeah, it's a good choice. Yeah, but thanks for
So
stopping
you
by,
go
Charlie. They beat my team last week, so. But yeah,
well then Kansas City beat
Baltimore last
Baltimore.
week. Yeah.
Well, so now if they win, Baltimore's the second best team.
Yeah, you
That's
say it
how
like
I have
that.
to look at it.
Yeah. But I do think they will win just because like everything you named and Patrick Mahomes, I feel like he's just on another level. So I feel like they're gonna get the job.
Isn't it crazy how this past week how they've been busting on Lamar?
Yeah,
Like
I
he's
know.
all done and people are ridiculous.
Give him a break. He's gonna win the second MVP. I mean,
and people forget, man. There's 11 guys on the other side trying to defeat you, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.